Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? It is Tuesday, January the 8th, 2019, and we're going to have an amazing day today. I mean, I think we still got about 20 seconds, but I'm excited. We got Dr. Chapa. Dr. Chapa, how are you doing?
Oh, guys, you know it. If I was any better, I'd be twins. How are y'all this morning?
Doing good. Doing good. All right, we're going to get this thing going.
Let's do it.
Radio.com. Stay tuned.
is?
We have a lot of new music coming up next.
Well, actually, right now we have some Kickstart. So good morning. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And we have Dr. Aaron Chapa in studio. We're going to have a fun show where we're going to be spreading some good information. I probably have some questions myself on everything that's going on right now. We started our detox and cleanse yesterday, Dr. Chapa.
I can't believe it. I mean, it's time. Everything we've been waiting for. The holidays are past. The new year is in, and it's Detox Central at Living Well Clinical Nutrition Center. This is what we do. Every year, we gather people together, and we detox them.
Man,
send us tacos. I'm so hungry.
Yeah, this is your taco right here. It's a paper taco, and it is the upgrade from Little Man Taco.
Yeah, it's right there. There's the little taco. So I need some toxins. I don't know. I'm detoxing right now.
Toxins?
I feel like they've already been leaving my body.
So you're missing them?
I feel like I miss them.
Your little friends?
Yeah, the way I feel right now, and I don't feel bad. I just don't feel good. I'm just kind of like right now, day 2, the beginning of day 2, I feel like if I sat here, I could just not say one word for the rest of the day.
Oh, no, so when I walked in, that's the energy I got from you guys. That's what I was chuckling about, because I can totally tell when you guys are jacked up on rocket fuel, how y'all's like, you're just like,
but
now
don't we want to
soar? Calm, cool, and collected.
That's our radio station, though. Like our livelihood.
I want to soar with the rockets, guys. I don't know what y'all. I want to soar with I need the fuel.
Yeah, that might be true, but the reality is your body will give you longer, more sustainable energy, as opposed to being dependent on the rocket fuel and the artificial stimulants.
But what if you just want the short bursts? I want the hour, 45 minutes of just being able to go nonstop, and I'm going crazy, but and then I'm going to crash and just like take a nap.
So what they know is sugar, for example, if we're just using sugar, all these additives and stuff have, addictive properties and or, things that we're after, right?
Right.
So sugar is 8 times more addictive than cocaine.
Wow.
And what they found is in rat studies that rats would walk across electric circuits that would shock their feet and their bellies as they were going towards the sugar when they could just go get some cocaine right there. And so the reality is these things are driving neurological decline over the times that we're consuming them. So giving your body a vacation from this stuff is allowing your body time to heal, to reset, to slow down the aging process. Because as fun as it is to soar, with rocket fuel, those thrusters burn off, don't they?
Yes.
And what do they fall? They fall out of the atmosphere at 9.8 meters per second squared.
It makes sense when you say that.
But what if they make it to the moon?
Well, they never have they? I mean, if you think about it,
no, they haven't.
The shuttle does, or the little capsule does, but the boosters that get you there fall off and they never make it to the stars. They never make it to the moon. So if you want to shoot for the moon, Gardy, you got to let go of the rocket fuel.
You know what? And I did. So yesterday I'm caffeine free.
I love that.
Today I'm caffeine free, and I'm gonna go the full length of this as just doing it.
I
know you will.
I did ask our listeners. I said, "Can we just have a Bang energy drink?" I said, "Yes, please," or "Nope, not today, Satan."
I voted not today, Satan.
Not today, Satan.
Yeah. But, this is a good practice. We're going to turn it on, and it's still going to be a good day, caffeine or not, Bang energy or not.
I love what you just said, Gardy. This is a great practice. Practice of fasting of detoxing. And detoxing, is a temporary stage of development that we're going to take people through. There's people detoxing everywhere right now. Everywhere. And so 13 years ago when I got into all this stuff, nobody detoxed. Like, I had to explain the detox. That sounds like a bad thing. You need to be People were worried. They said, be careful. Like, Aaron, you don't really know what you're doing. And I'm like, no, trust me, we're going to be just fine. I mean, I remember when I was on my 6th gallbladder flush and I had passed like 350 stones over the course of 6 gallbladder flushes. And I'm thinking to myself, I was telling a friend of mine, and he was worried about me. And this guy, like, is one of those, like, daredevils, fears nothing. And I mean, he could, jump out of, perfectly good airplanes blindfolded. He would, ride motorcycles on one wheel. He would do all kinds of crazy things, but he's worried about me doing a gallbladder flush, Wow. What I mean? And so, but it's just the point that I'm making is the fear of the unknown. People back then didn't know how, or this word detox. What I've been doing for 13 years and why I think that what we offer at Living Well Clinical Nutrition Center is so powerful in the ultimate detox experience is that you get guided clinical observation. You have tools and resources, and in this we have a community. This is our biggest community that we've ever put together to go through the program as a culture, and we have almost 150 people on Facebook, and I mean, it's just growing, and people want to be a part of a movement, and they want to be a part of a culture and a tribe. And I'm just a tribal leader. There's many good tribal leaders out there. I believe in what we're doing as a powerful tool because it is a whole food detox. It is clean living for 21 days. And, people have already, posted that they've made some blunders here and there. And I've tried, and everybody's encouraging, saying, you know what, it's one meal out of 21 days worth of living. It's not going to make or break the end game. If you look at it, if you're 70% working at this, what happens is you've now become aware of your lifestyle and how challenging it is to live like this for 21 days. And but you're becoming aware of what you're putting in your body. You're feeling like this downshift a little bit where you guys got to find and level up. So you look for another source of energy deep within. Does that make sense?
It does. Deep within.
Yeah, where do you find it? Next to the heart, in the lungs, kidney?
So actually, your kidneys are battery packs, your adrenal glands are battery packs, and a lot of times in the first 4 or 5 days on the detox, people feel those systems drop because one, they're detoxing. When your body is releasing toxins from fat cells, from the joints, from the brain tissue, it is being pushed through the bloodstream. So they have to be pushed out of fat cells into the blood so that your body can get them into a water soluble state so that they can be filtered out through your bowel, through your urine, through sweat, through lungs. And that process in the first 4 days or so it can be a little rough.
I did wake up this morning and I was feeling it instantly, which was weird.
Feeling what?
Like I got chills yesterday morning.
Like nothing even happened.
I know, but it was literally, I started feeling it instantly.
You know what? I think that may be a mental thing because you walked in and you're like, this is the worst. Like yesterday morning, I was like, Kurt, it's not even like 8:30 yet. How is it already the worst? It's like, it's just getting started. And I think we do that to ourselves. We tell ourselves mentally, I need coffee. I need this energy drink. Wake up out of bed and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm without what I need. I need it.
That's right. And again, I need it. I need it.
Oh,
that's the addictive nature, and that's what we're looking for in the caffeine jolt. So where do you look for this stuff? So for me, for example, let me tell you, my wife says, did you sleep okay last night? And I'm like, yeah, I think so. And I'm all, bubbly. And she goes, well, you were like hollering in your sleep or something. And I'm like, really? And I said, do I do that often? And she goes, I don't think so. And so I too am detoxing. So, I bring up this point because this is my 39th detox.
It's my second.
And so people say to me, well, why would you need to detox 39 times?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why would you need to do this more than once? Why would I've not done this in 30 years. And I'm 30, 35 or whatever. So, and I'm saying, well, here's the deal. Your body is exposed to exogenous and endogenous toxins. Exogenous toxins are those that we find in our environment. That's the pesticides. That's the preservatives in our food. That's the commercialized, processed junk that we're putting in our body. That's the sugar. That's the artificial sugars, the MSG, the partially hydrogenated oil. That's all of these substrates and substances that aren't really food, make-believe food.
Like,
remember,
might as well eat a piñata.
Might as well.
Right?
I mean, yeah, because there's more nutrient value in some of that paper than there is in the the actual substrate in the box, right?
Yeah.
And so then there's these endogenous toxins. So, I really work hard at trying to avoid the exogenous. But, to some degree, you can't. Like, you can't, if you live in, for example, Deer Park, where you're right by chemical plants, that's where I grew up, you ain't getting away with avoiding toxins from the air. I mean, it's just, you can smell football season in the air. We always knew what they were burning over there. But endogenous toxins is why we have to ongoing repeat the detox program. And what happens is your body's producing toxins. Now, your body should be able to handle these toxins. It should be able to get this stuff out. But when we're inundated week after week, month after month, year after year with toxicity in our environment and from our body, and our body starts to wear down over time, it needs a little extra help. Yeah. And that's why we incorporated the Ultimate Detox Experience and helping people every 6 months, every quarter, work through these programs so that their bodies work better, their organs work better, and that their body will create a more real, sustainable, long-lasting energy that everybody wants and desires.
You're listening to KHEA Radio, talking to Dr. Aaron Chapa. Right now, we're going through a detox. It's a cleanse. It's a detox. We're doing this in the community. This is me and Kurt's second time to do it. And I see there's people asking questions. Maybe you have a question about starting this detox. You can start it at any time. Also, there's people who are currently on it. If you are currently on this, or you're partially doing it, or you're doing it 100%, let us know what questions you have. And I see, Lisa, you asked one, and we're going to get this asked right now. First of all, howdy back to you, Lisa. So Lisa says, my husband and I are on day 2. How do we push through the headaches? I've tried Antranex to no avail. Other than that, glad to be detoxing and love the support.
All right, so great. Lisa, I'm so glad that you tuned in. And listen, sometimes these headaches, they are true blue. Like, if you're a caffeine lover, there is a bit of that you just got to work through it. But what the Antranex and the drainage remedies support, as well as drinking more water, is to flush these toxins out. And once your body gets past this next day or two into the program, they're going to be released completely. Now, if the headaches are so severe that you feel nauseous, or you're feeling like you're going to vomit, drink a little bit of green tea. Drink a little bit of, a sip on it. Don't chug it down. Sip on it to the point where you just get enough to kind of curb that feeling so you can work through it. And it's like you're weaning yourself off a little bit, but with less of the extreme of headache. There's no sense in suffering, right? But if the headache is extreme, and Antranex always works, it's just not getting the symptom completely to go away for you, I want you to realize, and that is a beef liver fat. So basically, it opens up and dilates the hepatocytes' ability to get rid of waste through the liver and into the bowel. So what that process is doing is releasing toxins more freely, as opposed to letting them get stagnant in the system. It's like we're opening up more roadway. And most of the time, it does indeed work. But the first couple days, drink more water. Maybe go to if you have a gym membership, hit the sauna, do a sweat bath, or if it's a dry sauna, dry heat, whatever you have access to. You could do far infrared saunas. You could go for a walk. Make sure you drink water. Take hot showers. Make sure that your bowels are moving regularly every day, 2 or 3 times a day, preferably. So hopefully we'll get you squared away. If you have any other questions on that note, let me know and we'll get it going.
Cool. So let us know if you have questions. What I have found useful is there is a detox cleanse group, and I'm a member of it. It's been a good community where people have been posting pictures, asking questions. I have been able to answer a couple questions. What's funny is that I answer the questions and people are like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. And then they just ask again or start tagging people. I'm like, was my Kool-Aid gift, like I did the Kool-Aid guy saying like, oh yeah, busting through the wall because somebody had a question. That was my answer, yes.
And I thought that was a great question, answer.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I didn't get any help yesterday when I posted in the group.
I don't think that's true.
I was told.
Is that your friend? Is that the one about your friend?
Yes.
You have friends?
I think your friend
Can we talk about this for 2 seconds? Because it was a little bit concerning to me, actually, what happened.
Okay.
So yesterday I'm on my way to my apartment, and I turn into the apartment parking lot, and I realize oh man, I should go check my mailbox. So I turned back out into the street, and I don't know if it was because I hadn't had any food, like real food, or because we're on this cleanse or detox, but I think I may or may not have been driving down the wrong side of the road.
Okay, keep going.
And down the road from me like literally head on, was a police officer, like in a police car. And so I quickly turned into the office.
Of course.
And guess who follows me into the office parking lot?
The cop.
The cop car. I was like, oh, shoot. So I quickly like get out of my car because I'm like, he can't give me a ticket if I'm not in my car, right?
I think he can do whatever he wants, but keep going.
So then I go and check my mail, and there was no mail. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, this looks like really highly suspicious. And he was still sitting in his car, and I'm like, I got to go to the office. So I went into the apartment complex office, and I walk in, and they go, hey, how's it going? And I had nothing to say, and I look over to the left, and there was a cookie. So I grabbed the cookie, and I said, oh, I'm just here for a cookie, and I ate the cookie, and I walked back into my car, and the officer was gone.
How did the cookie make you feel, though?
I didn't even notice it. So I get back to my apartment.
It wasn't even like a good feeling like, oh, yes, the cookie.
No, I didn't even. I got back to my apartment complex because I was going home to eat like a watermelon ice cream thing that was just watermelon on ice cream. Like it's a healthy like watermelon fruit
on
snack.
ice.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
And I got back and I was like,
I'm looking here at all these posts, and it appears to me that you've got several layers of help. I mean, people were legitimately concerned. I mean, they gave you all the necessity of really. I mean, Curt, seriously, it's day one, and you had a frontal lobe meltdown.
And you ate ice cream? I'm still trying to understand how
it's a watermelon. It's from HEB. They do watermelon fruit snacks or like fruit snacks that are like ice cream. It's like a frozen watermelon.
It's like you're a glutton for punishment, buddy. That's crazy. So,
but listen, I had the cookie, and I was like,
all right, so let's
man.
start at the beginning. So number one, I want you to make sure this is a great segue. Thanks, Curt, for that. For you guys out there that are wondering if you could possibly make it a week, 10 days, 14 days, 21 days into a detox program, we have a great class coming up at Butler's Courtyard in League City, Texas. That's on 122 North Michigan Avenue in League City, Texas. It's a great facility on Thursday, the 10th of January at 6:30 p.m. We're going to have all kinds of fun out there. We're going to have a great class. We've got some great vendor folks that will be there. It's going to be an experience of a lifetime. We're going to have a great time. We're going to have patient testimonials. We'll have a great educational series that'll be going on for the next 3 Thursdays in a row. And next week, we're going to have one of my friends and colleagues, Dr. Jerry Morrison. And then the following week, we're going to have another one of my buddies and confidants, Dr. Patrick Krepke. And so, I'm excited because people want information, and Living Well Clinical Nutrition Center wants to be your resource for the most up-to-date health information available. And so this year, I'm doing something I've never done before. I'm bringing in and building my own little, detox summit, so to speak, and helping people get the information they need to know whether or not this is a good plan of attack for them. And I'll tell you, if you're not detoxing in the 21st century, you are missing a huge piece of your healthcare plan. We want you to know that this can definitely change the way your life goes. 3 months worth of work inside of 21 days. And yes, if you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. There is grace here. Nothing in life is ever going to be perfect, especially when it comes to food. But food does matter. What you eat's important. But guys, what do I always say?
What you don't eat is more important.
That's right.
Cut stuff out.
That's right.
We got Tracy who asked a question. Tracy said, will you be able to video Thursday's events for those of us that do not live close by? Is it going to be live streamed or just
Curt,
like captured and
so
put somewhere?
Let's put the emphasis back on Curt. Curt, will you be helping me video these? Because I never got my answer.
Well, you know what I thought? I thought Curt would be a speaker. Like if you need somebody to speak.
You could be like, I'm not only a satisfied member, I'm also a client, or whatever that guy says.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for an answer from if I have to be at the women's event or not.
Oh, it is on the same day, on the 10th.
It is.
You know what?
I need to know like yesterday so that I can find out if I need to find somebody.
I think that event could be videoed like pretty easily, even like with a cell phone. It just depends. Like if you wanted to live stream it to the group.
I want my event to be done well. So I need, because I'm going to use these for a future classes.
But
to your point, yes, there will be live streaming. There's already another gal that's going to be doing some live stream for us that we do some marketing with, and we will have people, I'm sure, in the audience. We're expecting a fair amount of people, and guys, we want to know how many of you guys plan on coming. We want you to send a message, make a comment, help us to know that you're you're going to participate in the live events, because this is where you get to meet the people live. You're not just seeing them on Facebook. You're not just hearing our voices on the radio. You get to see our faces and see what we look like, and we get to engage. There is a value in community. Proximity and comfort is the way it's always been spoke to me. When we're close together, working together, and going through this process together, it makes it more easy. When it's easier to walk past the cookies, it's easier to walk past the donuts, because it's a temporary thing, and your accountability is in those classes. The accountability is coming to our office for visits. Your accountability is tuning in on here on KHEA Radio and listening to us every week as we teach you about living well, being well, one bite at a time. So we want you to share this video. We want you to let people know, your friends, family, loved ones. We want you to come be a active participant and get going. This is your life, your health, your choice. Let us help you choose the right steps so that you can live your best.
I like it. I like
it too. Boy, I'm fired up this morning. Can you tell?
I think Tracy did have another question. I know she asked about the filming, but Tracy did say, I'm doing coffee
Enemas
and infrared saunas at home during the detox. What's a regimen you'd recommend
about
implementing these two?
Okay, so you can do an infrared sauna every day if you have that at your house. That's pretty amazing and awesome. But you could also do the coffee enemas twice a week if you want. The first for the duration of the detox. Typically, if you're new to coffee enemas, people are like, "What? Did he just say coffee enema?"
Yeah, I skipped over because I was scared to ask, and I didn't want to Google it on the computer with the screen right there.
There's a funny Facebook group. It is a closed group, of course, and it is a little off a bit, but it's called Butts Up. And but it's all about coffee enemas. And so coffee enemas are fantastic in opening up, dilating the liver's ability to get rid of waste more effectively, and can be very, very powerful in detoxing experience. Now, there's an art and a science to detox. So we don't want to use coffee enemas as a green light to eat junk food. Like, I ate junk food last night, I'm going to do a coffee enema to clean myself up. You could.
What does it do?
So you take about 16 to 32 ounces of organic, freshly ground coffee beans that haven't been sprayed with pesticide and isn't loaded with mycotoxins, and you can do two things. If you have you grind it about 2 tablespoons or so in about 8 to 10 ounces of water, and you boil it to a simmer, and then you strain off the beans, and then you put that in a what we call a coffee enema bucket. There's other ways to do it, but I use a bucket in our office, and then we put 16 ounces of fresh distilled or filtered reverse osmosis water, and then you lukewarm temperature, you insert it in your rectum, and you hold it for 10 minutes.
That's why I skipped over this question. You lost me.
Hey, but look, this is education, and so here's the deal: people don't realize that this could be of a value to your healthcare issues. Like if you've got dysbiosis, which is an inflamed, out of balance yeast issue in your bowel or bacteria, this could help clean the house. This also helps work on the liver. And so, it's crazy. But guys, there are modalities. Far infrared sauna helps detox metals out of the body, helps get rid of deep cellular waste. Your body needs all the tools it can get if you're sick, especially if you're having symptom patterns you weren't genetically born with. So as awkward as it is to talk, I think sometimes there's healing in the awkward, because if we're willing to talk about the things openly and teach people how to go back to the reason, I think today, where 30 years ago, home remedies seem to work better 30 years ago than they work today. There's 2 reasons. One, we're more inundated with toxicity today than ever. 2, I think that people aren't aggressive enough with their home remedies, and that's because of the fear of the unknown. People are afraid. So detoxing is a huge thing that has been going on for years and years and years and years. And so in my realm, I use detox. I've cleansed my kidneys. I've cleansed my gallbladder. I've cleansed my heart, my arteries. I got lung protocols. Guys, we can detox anything you want to detox. And when you call our office, 281-554-8600, we'll teach you how you can incorporate these modalities into your lifestyle. Now, I do not promote coffee enemas on day one, because most of you guys do exactly what Curt and Gardy are doing. They're in shock.
Well, here's what I'm going to say. I feel like whenever
Shock.
you're trying to talk someone into doing a detox and you're like, hey, let's do this detox. And then we bring up, hey, let's put some coffee somewhere. That's going to instantly turn them off.
I got a message that says, coffee where?
Exactly. Everybody's like, nah, I'm not watching this anymore.
No, listen,
like,
it's
this isn't
okay.
for me.
This isn't what this is about by any stretch of the imagination. All we're doing on the Ultimate Detox Experience is fruits, vegetables, and food, guys. It's food. So we bring food into your body, and you allow food to heal and
Kurt may like
cleanse.
it.
I mean,
I don't know.
Kurt,
He's like,
he's over there smiling and giggling and turning red.
yeah, a little bit. He's like, wait, now
I've only done it like twice in my life.
I'm intrigued. Now he's intrigued, and he's like, tell me more.
I had no idea. I asked the question.
Hey, but guys, asking the question is a huge deal. Thank you, Hot Rod Mulligan. You are absolutely hilarious. That's fantastic.
It's 9 o'clock right now. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. We have Dr. Chop in studio. We're talking about this cleanse, this detox is taking place. And on January 10th, there's going to be an event that you're invited to. Everybody's going to be able to show up. I'm excited.
Butler's Courtyard. Come there, hang out with us. Let us teach you how to live well, be well, one bite at a time, using detox, the Ultimate Detox Experience, as a modality to get you from point A to point B and fast track your new year.
Kurt, do you have any other questions?
I'm done asking questions for
all of your
your
question asking privileges are over for the next 2 hours.
I want you to ask your own questions.
Okay, so here's my question, because I woke up this morning. I did have one, so thank you for
You're welcome.
passing that along over here.
Of course.
My kidneys are on fire today. Like,
awesome.
I didn't feel it yesterday, but literally today. That's why I've been chugging water a little bit more. Is I feel it in my kidneys.
Yeah, so we are on the program working on getting trash through the liver, through the bowel, and making sure we're mobilizing your lymphatic system to get rid of waste through the kidneys as well. So you are for sure feeling that burning sensation. That's toxicity. Toxicity is acidic. And so the more toxicity you have, the lymphatics weren't able to neutralize the acidic nature of it. And so some of it going through the kidneys is old sediment. It's fresh sediment that we've got to get loose and out of your your urine flow. And so instead of Antranex in your case, we might use something called Arginex, which is a alfalfa product that helps get rid of waste through the kidney. And also you could drink some celery juice or eat more celery today than you normally would. And ginger.
Just taking one bite would be more than normal.
Can I put peanut butter on it?
No.
You tried putting peanut butter in the shake yesterday.
There's no nuts on the detox. We have. I know it's okay.
I tried.
It's all right. One day he's going to come around. So
But then
slowly but surely.
24 hours. You can't stick with him. He goes home and eats watermelon ice cream and cookies, and then is trying to talk me into how it's okay.
Well, this is true. You can't be a bad influence. Kurt.
The watermelon was frozen watermelon. The only ingredient in it is watermelon.
Then you're eating watermelon.
Yeah, but it's frozen. It's like an ice cream thing. It made me feel like I was eating ice cream.
Oh, man.
I also had some grainless or whatever tortilla chips. I went through the entire bag. The entire bag yesterday.
Of which tortilla chips?
It's like the ones that you brought into the studio.
The
last
cassava
time.
ones.
Yes.
Yeah, but remember, so you don't want to overindulge in anything. But I appreciate the fact that I'd rather you do that than partially hydrogenated oil or peanut oil or anything of that nature. So good job. I mean, but what did you put with it? Did you just eat the chips, or did you mix it with some guacamole?
I needed something.
Some pico de gallo.
No, but I had
did you
guac
put some
for dinner.
tomatillo sauce in the cookbook? There is tomatillo sauce in there. So guys, that's the other cool thing. When you're doing the detox, a lot of detox programs people have is that the people are starving on the program. If you're starving on our program, you're not looking at the cookbooks. You're not taking good, incorporating the recipes that we're throwing up online. Like this morning, I woke up and I was thinking, oh, what do I want to eat today? And so I threw some onions in the skillet, started sauteing those with a little olive oil, and then threw some carrots in there, small sliced, and then I threw some Brussels sprouts that I sliced up, and me and my wife and kid had Brussels sprouts, onions, and carrots for breakfast. And I got a salad for lunch, and I'll do a shake later this afternoon, and we're rocking and rolling. I mean, that's the other thing. People say, oh, how do I get through breakfast? What do I eat for breakfast? Well, I had Dandy Blend also to start my morning after I had water. And Dandy Blend is a dandelion tea that's great to clean liver and lymph. and it's a great way to start your morning. It makes you feel like you're having that warm cup of joe, but you're just not going to get the caffeine hit, but at least you still have that habitual pattern of of grabbing something warm and putting it in your mouth. And that is cinnamon, vanilla that I stick in there to sweeten it. I mean, to make it more of a sweet for me. But because I don't really do a lot of stevia and erythritol or xylitol or anything like that.
Is it possible like to drink that and almost trick yourself? Like you say, like you get that thing and then you're like, you know, your body thinks I'm getting caffeine. And
if you look at like most fast food facilities had trained their employees to say the exact same thing, and they are doing rote patterns over and over. And the reason they're doing that is because they know that if they ask the same questions to you over and over again as revisiting patrons, you're going to be in the habit that they built for you, right? Yeah. And we are all creatures of habit. And so in order to break habits, sometimes we have to modulate habits. So how do we modulate a caffeine addiction or a artificial stimulant addiction? Well, if you're a big coffee drinker and you love the sugar and you love the the milk and the cream, well, if you put coconut milk or almond milk, I know that is a nut milk, but we allow that on the detox, cinnamon and vanilla, and it's something warm you're putting in, you're going through all the habitual patterns. The only difference is what you put in the cup. And it's still warm, it's still tasty, it's still something that you can use to modulate the habit away from. So it's like 1 degree of change. 1 degree of change.
We need that 1 degree of change with energy drinks, though. Is there something out there?
So we use a product in our office called Ultima. Ultima Refresher is a fantastic electrolyte drink that has minerals and electrolytes. And those minerals and electrolytes also, to answer follow up on Kurt's situation a little bit, when you do have symptoms like on the detox, you need minerals because your body's losing minerals, 2 to 3 minerals per unit of toxicity, if I could unitize them. But just for simplicity's sake, you lose minerals to get rid of toxins. So we need to replenish those minerals. So, if you find that you're getting stuck also and your bowels are moving every day, you're having 1 or 2 bowel movements a day, you're sleeping good, but you're not maybe losing the weight, or maybe you have the burning kidneys, or you feel like you're bloated and something's not seemingly moving forward like you feel things should.
That's me.
That's you might need extra minerals, but in your case though, we found yours is just fiber. Like if we put too much fiber in Gardy, we're going to blow him up like a balloon, and we don't want to do that.
Like this piñata, this is my head right here. It turns into taco piñata.
That's what's coming out of you right now, is your taco head.
Yes. So we had a question earlier. Somebody asked, what kind of shakes do you make? So can you maybe walk us through? Because there's a couple of supplements or some products, and we're not just dieting, we're also detoxing, and we're using some supplements to help us get these toxins out, to flush some stuff out. Last night for dinner, well, I found I need to eat a little bit more. I ate a bunch of vegetables, I ate an avocado, and then I had some mushrooms, some onions, some bell pepper, put it in and sauteed it and ate it. It's delicious. But then guess what? That was probably about 6 o'clock. But by 8 o'clock, I'm hungry. I'm hungry again. So what I did is I used some of the shakes and the supplements that we are on the program to be able to make sure that I go to bed not starving.
Yeah, absolutely. And you should. You listening to your body is what all of us want you to do, is because if you're hungry on the detox, something's up, right? So you might need more fuel to get the detox process going. And one of the things that we find is that if in the detox, people become more aware of what their body is telling them. We want you to listen to what your body is telling you. So if you need more fuel, make sure that you eat. Your body's asking for it. So obviously drink more water, okay? And then you make another shake, like you said. So just the simple shake that I make that's quick and easy that I could throw in a shaker cup would be the Core Support chocolate shake, right, as well with Greens 8000, and the mocha flavor is my favorite, and the GlutaShield. And I do that with almond milk or coconut milk, and I just shake it up. If I have time to blend it, I put half an avocado in it, and it makes it so incredibly creamy. Even for you folks out there that go, ugh, that sounds yuck. It sounds yuck, but you absolutely taste nothing.
It's good, yeah.
It literally makes it taste, but it does make it more creamy, so it's more filling, and you will absolutely have no idea that you put an avocado in there. And that is just an awesome way to get some good, healthy fats into your body, because a part of also why your craving is when on the detox, a lot of times we're all working, so we don't have access to healthy fats because we're eating raw maybe, or we're eating a salad that doesn't have a lot of oil in the dressing. It might not be enough. So we need those fats to help stabilize our blood sugar, because carbs, for example, spike your insulin levels and make you crave more. They actually, insulin, when overexposed to insulin resistance, a part of its issue in not allowing sugar to cross into the cell anymore, it also blocks leptin, which is your satiety receptors in your brain that tell you to stop eating. And so shakes are an awesome tool. So I use a beet and green shake. One of the recipes I just have is 2 scoops of the core support, beet juice, half a cup of spinach, celery stalk, bell pepper, and a cucumber. That's a beet green. I can post that on our little group here in just a second. Actually, I'll post it right now. I'll actually send it to one of these guys. And then I have an avocado colada and a green power shake and a creamy strawberry shake. So
what's the avocado colada?
The avocado colada is using the core support vanilla, avocado, pineapple, unsweetened coconut water, stevia, tablespoon of fresh lime juice, coconut oil, pure vanilla, and a pinch of salt and a little bit of ice.
Sounds delicious. Put that on a little bit of ice.
Dude, what if we had a blender next week and we
have blenders here, over there in the coffee shop, and we have used
early. If we got here early, maybe we could make it, and then we just bring them in and talk to them.
That's a great idea.
I mean, that'd be fun.
Yesterday for lunch, and probably doing the same thing again, we went to Naked Nutrition, and Curt was ordering what he normally gets, and so it has peanut butter in there, and it has stevia and something else. I was like, Curt, he's like, oh, I'm doing peanut butter today. I'm like, why? This is day one. You can do this. But anyways, he made that decision, and then he was asking about the stevia, and I was like, well, stevia, which is a sweetener, if you don't know what stevia is, it's like one of the better options. It's one of the better options instead of like Sweet and Low and some of those other ones. Stevia is probably the best one out there.
Stevia is a 2,000-year-old Peruvian herb. It has no problems being processed in the body. It is absolutely just from the ground. It's safe. Now, if you're mixing it with erythritol, so you got to look for this other word, erythritol. Anything with an OL at the end of it means that's an alcohol sugar. There's nothing wrong with it, okay? But it could irritate your tummy. So if you overindulge in it, it will give you, gas, bloating, and possibly some diarrhea. So if that happens,
exciting.
That is not exciting, and but that could be also your body telling you've overindulged. But stevia in and of itself initially has a little bit of a weird flavor to it. So the way I kind of got into the powdered stuff, because it's got a little bit more of a back end aftertaste, that I got into the liquid stevia first, and I slowly just amped up the stevia, but it won't hurt a thing in your system.
That's cool. So I think what I had was banana, kale, peaches, mango, and I added spinach in mine. And instead of spinach, Curt had the same thing, and he added hemp seeds. Is that what it is, or what is it?
Yeah, hemp seeds.
Hemp seeds into his. And, just mixed it up over there, and it was able to, have a lunch, and it was actually, filling.
So can we have stevia?
Yes. You can totally have stevia.
Yeah.
And
it makes a difference.
Because look, a lot of you guys are out there have been addicted to sugar for a long time. This might be your first experience with, going off of sugar. So not stimulating those sweet receptors will be quite shocking initially. And so we want to give you some kind of solution. That's why we use low-hand fruit and stevia in the electrolyte drink called Ultima that we have at the office. And so stevia is okay, and low-hand fruit is okay. What we're trying to get you to get away from primarily, because every product, see, there is a sweet spot that all products in the marketplace know that they have tested and proved that you will go back and buy it over and over again, because they get it to this exact spot where the sugar content is just sweet enough that you'll buy the product over and over again and don't think that it's too sweet.
Right.
And 80% of every product that you pick up in a grocery store is loaded with this sweet spot sugar. And a lot of times, 80% of the time, it's corn syrup. It's high fructose corn syrup. It's, modularized, processed corn syrup. It's, crystalline fructose. I mean, there's so many different little buzzwords for this processed fake sugar, and that processed fake sugar can paralyze your immune system for up to 8 hours if you overindulge in it. And it can set you up. It feeds cancer, it feeds yeast, it feeds all the negative bacteria in your body that leave you susceptible to disease and illness. So if you're struggling with headaches, for example, that could be a sign or symptom that you have toxicity that is stuck in the brain that you can't get out. If you have joint pain, arthritis, which I call arthrongus, because I don't think there's anything rightus about it,
True.
is that's true, is that there is toxicity in the joints. You need to do a detox. If you can't lose weight, you've tried everything and done everything and nothing's working for you, hey, let's do a detox. Let's look at the idea that your body needs to cleanse something out. It's stuck. And when you have stagnation in the body, your body gets sick. If you have skin issues, I'm going to tell you, one of the first things that people notice inside the first week is their skin begins to change. They feel like younger. This is like a 10-year facelift in a week. It's pretty amazing to watch. So you become what you absorb. So, some ways people say that you become what you eat. I changed it to you become what you absorb, because you can eat the best, most high quality organic food ever, but if you can't absorb it because you don't have healthy, adequate digestive enzymes or stomach acids, then your body has been set up for failure. And so we want to make sure that we go through this process. And that's also what this detox is so great about, is it reveals to us where your glitches are. So like when people come in, they say, should I do blood work on the front end or the back end of the detox? I say we should do it on the back end, because I already know your blood work's going to come in inflamed. And I know the detox is going to change it drastically. Literally, I've had people come in with fatty liver enzymes through the roof, gallbladder enzymes through the roof, CRP, C-reactive protein elevation, inflammation elevated, and in 21 days, it's down. I've seen cholesterol drop 150 points in 15 days on this program. And it is amazing. Cholesterol, unless you're the 10% of the population that legitimately has a true blue genetic issue with cholesterol being high, you're going to see a drop in your triglyceride numbers, your blood sugar numbers, your overall cholesterol, your HDLs are going to go up inside of the 21 days. It's going to be awesome. So there's so much value that comes whenever you do a detox program and incorporate our wellness programs behind that and through the year, and letting us teach you how to live well, be well, one bite at a time.
So let us know if you have any questions. Maybe you want to jump on this detox. You want to do this cleanse with us. We're only on, today's the beginning of day 2, but it doesn't have to be even day 1 today. You could start next week. You could start the week after. Just
through
make
February,
it work.
January, February are the hot detox months. People are going to be detoxing. We just put together a tribe of people that are, going through the process together, because people like a start date and an end date, but we want to encourage you all that you can start anytime. Our program is set up to where you can be a participant. If this is your first time hearing the show, we want you to, feel like you're not been left out and have to postpone this a year. That's not the answer. The best time to plant an oak tree is 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago. The next best time, Kurt, is when?
Tomorrow.
Today.
Oh, today.
Today's the day, Kurt. Today's the day to avoid the cookie. Today's the day to avoid the junk food.
Are you going to hold this over my head for well, he really didn't do the cleanse because he ate a cookie on day 1.
It's not going to be the cookie on day 1. It's going to be the cookie on day 2 through 21 that is going to be, hey, you didn't really do the cleanse.
But here's the deal. Whatever your ability, and so some people say there's no way I can make it 21 days. Well, the good news is at Living Well Clinical Nutrition Center, I know that not everybody's mindset is wrapped around this concept of 21 days of doing stuff like this. So we have a 14-day, we have a 10-day, and we have a 7-day also. If this is something that you just want to kind of kick the tires and light the fires.
Can you do 1 day?
No. 1 day is look, here's the deal.
Can you do 1 day? That's
Apparently, I can.
As I say, let's see what today brings there, Mr. Kurt. 1 day is not going to give you the long-term benefits that I'm describing here on the show.
Okay, so there's a couple of comments that I want to read, and actually 2 of them are from Lida. So Lida Plummer, shout out to her. She's a local musician from Galveston, Texas. She was on our show with Sarah Grace last week, and they're both very talented. She actually performed whenever we were doing our share-a-thon, and it was awesome. So Lida had a couple comments. She said, I've had acne, discovered it's from my pH being off. I'm too acidic, but I also can't take any supplements or grains that are inflaming. And then there was another comment that she had, and she said that she was just complimenting you. She said, I need to contact him about detoxing my liver and kidney, specifically for acne, though.
Oh yeah, so absolutely. So look, so if you've been down, the road and you found that, sometimes there's products you can't take, we will build and customize programs for your condition. I mean, we are not a cookie cutter office. People come and see us with all kinds of health conditions. For 13 years, I've seen everything from skin issues, acne issues, to, constipation, belly pain, to depression, anxiety, to sleep issues. I mean, you name it. Like, if you've got a health symptom, a check engine light is going off in your body, I want you to see it as such. And I want you to know that you need tools, because a lot of times, especially for the young folks out there in the 30s and below, what happens is their blood work is not going to show some diagnosable issue most of the time. And so those are the ones that have perfect blood work and nothing's there, but they feel bad. They have headaches. They have acne. They have symptom patterns they were not genetically born with. And and once you cross into that range of being 13, 14 years old and your hormones start changing for male and female, all kinds of stuff changes in your body. So you have to evolve with that. So we will treat your condition going through the process by supporting the body in a healthy way. We actually don't treat any conditions, but we support your body and make it give it the fuel it needs to repair itself and to get rid of some of these bioburdens. So, for example, when we're looking at acne issues, we find that the gut lining is irritated and people have a lot of hidden pathogens in their digestive tract, an imbalance in the bacteria and or the yeast. That could be an excess amount of parasites even. So where would parasites come from? Parasites are literal worms. They're microscopic. They're liver flukes. There are all many, many, many varieties and species that we have to look at and appreciate. But where do these come from? From rotting, putrefied food in your bowel. Rotting, putrefied food in their bowel. Doesn't that sound lovely? Mm-hmm. And I noticed that we just ran, Curt out when we said that. He was like all nervous.
He's gone. I don't know where he went.
All the toxins. He's got to get them out of him. So, here's the deal. If you have a acne issue, that is your skin is a representation, a mirror image of your digestive tract. So we've got to heal and repair your gut lining, get rid of the bugs that are in there that don't belong, and enhance the bio field in the gut, and all of a sudden your gut bugs will balance out, and you will take control of your skin's health and longevity.
I'm guessing Curt had to go use the restroom. That would be my guess.
Awesome.
But I don't know for sure because he took off really quick. But we've been drinking a lot of water, and that's pretty important whenever you're on this switch. If you're going to do the detox and the cleanse, how important is uptake, making more trips to the restroom, but drinking more water?
So yeah, water intake is a huge thing. I've seen people post stuff about how people overindulge in water and this, that, and the other, and that you can't detox with water. I've read, books where doctors have gone around and just prescribed water, and they've helped people with reflux, indigestion. They've helped people with headaches and migraines. They've helped people with cramping in the muscles and Charlie horses. They've helped people with skin issues and allergies. And so water does cleanse our body. Water does give the bowel an opportunity to wash. I mean, think about it. If you never dusted your house, that's why they always say, don't date my dust, because that's the people that don't ever dust, because the dust accumulates. Well, it's no different in the bowel. The bowel, when we eat processed food that is not designed to be in your gut, it just sits there and ferments. It sits there and percolates. And the average American right now has 10 to 15 meals caked up inside of them. Well, what that does is that's like squeezing the top of the toothpaste and toothpaste coming out the bottom. That food you just put in the top just didn't come out when you had a bowel movement or go pee. That is stuff that has been stuck in there and needs to come out, and you still got some time to get that mess out of there. What water does is water can help be a sandblast or a water pressure power washing system that can go in and clean out your bowels and help also allow the kidneys to be flushed and cleansed. And maybe that's a part of why Curt's got burning kidneys, is because he hasn't had enough water as he started this detox. I would have, if you haven't started the detox and you're going to start, I would take the first 3 days before the detox and start decreasing the caffeine intake, or switch to, half your marginal issues of marginal intake of green tea, and then drink a gallon of water a day.
Yeah.
And if you're like, I've never drank a gallon of water, okay, we'll start with a liter. That's 32 ounces of water, and build up. So the recommendation that I teach people is for every 50 pounds of body weight you need 32 ounces of water, or a liter of water. And so for me, I shoot for 96 to 126 ounces of water per day. And if I'm exercising, I get a little bit extra.
Yeah.
But that's also where that Ultima will come in too, to be of use. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
It's all good. So it's 9:24 right now. Kurt was showing off his jug of water, but I was noticing how full it was.
Yeah, I know, Kurt.
Kurt, you need to drink some more.
It's halfway gone.
That should be your
This is a gallon. That means I've had half a gallon
is
this
that
morning.
This is today, Kurt.
That is not today.
This is today.
No, it is not.
Yeah, it is.
They're having a
That's been
debate.
sitting over there for a week.
Who's drinking more water? No, it's not.
It's been for a week.
No, but yeah, it is important. Drink more water on this detox. And what Dr. Chop always says is, what you eat is more important, but what you don't eat is more important. I feel like that can go with what you drink too. Drinking water is going to make sure that you eliminate some of those other things. It's a small change. Like, hey, I'm not going to drink sodas, like take a break from sodas, start doing water, and drink a lot of it. It's going to help you out.
And it will. So, and then also, if you're one of those people out there that is like, I hate water, I'm never going to drink water, I can't do it, I can't bring myself to it, get you a glass water jug, or one of these stainless steel ones that you can transport that's got a good lid on it, as long as it's stainless steel or glass, and put some essential oil lemon in it. Put some essential oil grapefruit in it. Just squeeze a lemon if you don't got essential oil. But these are great ways to change the flavor of the water, as well as the essential oil. Citrus is fantastic for draining lymphatics.
I saw someone had a mint leaf inside of it.
That's right.
That I thought was really, really cool.
It's called
it tasted
infused
really
water.
Good.
So what you do is, they even sell pitchers nowadays where you can take fruit, stick it in this little cup inside, and you can inside your water pitcher, and it will infuse the fruit flavors out. You can put cucumber and berries, or cucumber and mint. You could put berries and mint. You could just put berries. You could do all kinds of neat things. Put orange pills and lemons in your water, and then you pour that into your stainless steel overnight while it's waiting for you in the morning. And that's one of your little evening preps, is you have a gallon of water that's being that you put in the fridge overnight, and then that would infuse in that 8-hour window, and then you've got perfectly good fruity water in the morning, and you feel like you're getting a treat, and you're not feeling like I'm just drinking boring old water.
Yeah.
The other thing you could do is go buy you an organic, caffeine-free herbal tea. Guys, there's so much benefits to herbs. I use herbs day in and day out. We're using herbs on this detox to help move trash through your body. And we're using the herbs as tools because you guys got 10 to 15 meals caked up inside of you. Your body needs help. I mean, and most people aren't going to do, juice feast or integrate this intermittent fasting concept regularly enough. So we use this detox program where we can give you tools and solutions where if you can incorporate maybe 5 new habits over the next 21 days, the average American has the same 11 to 12 meals that they reach to over and over and over. You have the same restaurants you frequent over and over and over. Again, we're creatures of habit. We get the same stuff. So when you're doing your detox, you're going to find new restaurants. You're going to find new foods. You're going to find new drinks. You're going to open up your inventory of resources to give you better options to get through the next 21 days, And this detox now sets the premise for setting the stage for the next 6 months of your life.
The thing that is tough for me is, like, after we take all of these things out of our diet, talking mainly about meat, right? Reintroducing it, because I'm going to eat meat, I'm going to even, I just have to, right?
I mean, you didn't crawl your way all the way up to the food chain to just eat vegetables?
Not quite. Not quite. But, after like reintroducing it, I remember the first time I was like, oh man, my stomach is like not ready for it. And I'm just like, I got to try and train myself to eat meat again, even though my body was saying like, no, I haven't had this. I guess I'm good, So it's kind of just like that realization. I mean, that's what happened because we've done it before and going to have to do it again, I suppose.
Yeah, and this is the thing is over and over again. What you're learning is that you're incorporating a concept of going away from the normal things of life for a short period of time throughout the year, every quarter, every 6 months, so that you can allow your body time to rest, heal, and recover. Because we're all inundated in a state of accelerated aging. We're all inundated with stress from life. We're all under the gun of pressures and all this and mostly bad eating. I mean, everything revolves around food. I mean, have you ever tried to go to a party and not eat what's there? And people get a little agitated when that happens.
Yeah.
And so, you have to learn how to justify those excuses or deal with the naysayers that say, well, you got to be careful. You could hurt yourself, and you have to educate yourself. So what we're trying to teach people that it's your life, it's your health, it's your choice. And we've got to give you the education and the resources and the tools to give you the arsenal of support to go into those situations and not eat the cookie. That's going to be our slogan, to not eat the cookie.
Don't eat the cookie.
Don't
I
eat the
should have
cookie.
never told this story. I don't know
I think
why.
this is great.
You like the attention.
A little bit.
That's why you're
Yeah.
like, I
Yeah.
liked it on Facebook last night. My friend, like
My friend.
I'm just imagining him sitting there typing this on his phone, like cracking up to himself, like,
It's like, I totally did this. But yeah, you're going to get off the detox and you're going to incorporate meats again. Oh, heck, on day 11, you're going to incorporate meats again, and eggs and fish and turkey. And so, but even the little kids that are doing this with us this year, they're open to having eggs, chicken, fish, turkey. Why? Because they need the amino acids, they need the protein. Those bodies are growing and developing, and so they're not detoxing in the same way that somebody that's lived over 30 years has, And bioaccumulation is what we're trying to go up against, and again, we're also going up against convenience. Like when you have these marketing dollars spends, I think it's like $3 billion a month or something on marketing dollars for your food dollar. I mean, I'll look up the stat in a second because I don't want to be wrong, but it's excessive. I mean, it's so much money. And if you're somebody that sees the package on the TV, tear the package on the TV, and then eat the package, eat the product, that's the hook they're selling you your mind on. And your mind is very much a visual oriented center.
I hated last night. I was watching the national championship game.
did they play a Wendy's commercial?
They played a freaking Wendy's commercial. I hate Wendy's commercials because every time I see one, I'm like, oh, headed to Wendy's.
Need a Dave's Juicy Double, don't you?
Oh my! Don't call it juicy.
Okay, wait. So I want to say good morning to a couple people who have been tuning in. Wendy, Shally, Holly, and Angel. She had a question, and so she may have caught it before, and I'm not sure if this is vice versa or how it was, but you'll understand. How long are you doing the juice cleanse after the 21-day detox? Didn't you start a juice cleanse before? And have you already swapped over to eating?
Yes. I finished yesterday. Yesterday was my last day of the juice feast, and then so today is my first solid foods that I've.
Is that exciting for you, or are you just kind of like I don't care?
No, I'm thrilled. Last year I went 34 days on the juice feast, and I loved it. I loved it beyond words can describe. I mean, it was an amazing experience. This year, I didn't prepare as well, and so I wasn't at the store every day, and then I didn't buy the variety. I also was experimenting with this idea that some of the people that are onto the juice feast rage, they are into high dose fruit juices a lot, and so I tried that a few days, and man, that my body can't tolerate that. So people that can, I kind of admire, because I would love to. That'd be like the Garden of Eden for me. True heaven is being able to just eat fruit and nothing else. And none of my juices were just fruit, but my juices were definitely heavier on the fruit side of things the last 7 days, and I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed it last year. And but so getting to incorporate onions and Brussels and carrots this morning, sauteed in a pan of olive oil and some Mediterranean spices. Man, I was in heaven. Yeah,
I feel like
awesome.
using the name Juice Feast is some Jedi mind trick stuff.
Oh, well,
It's like the Juice Feast, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, a feast.
The
Oh,
feast.
yeah, the
That's right.
feast. I want the Juice Feast.
And the reason we call it a juice feast and not a juice fast is because a fast is truly going without, right? On the juice feast, I'm consuming 160 ounces of fluid per day. And so I'm getting 15 to 1,800 calories. One day I think I even did 200 ounces because I was hungry. Like day 1 or 2, I had to do extra. And that never happened to me last time. And I think that is my body saying it enjoyed me doing more of the vegetable juices over the fruit juices. But they've always say that fruit has a tendency to detox you, and vegetables have a tendency to heal you. And I think your body is going to extrapolate the nutrients it needs to heal and detox and meet the needs that the body has. But but fruit has, maybe I'm detoxing excessively, but I don't. I'm happy to be on food again. So this is an upgrade, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's 9:34. This is KHEA Radio.com, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. We're going to be on till 11. We got Dr. Aaron Chapa in studio. Something that I've noticed is I've had to walk around the grocery store more, put more thought into it now that I'm doing this vegetable water cleanse, no caffeine, no sugar, no dairy, and a bunch of other stuff. But it's been a journey. So I've been running into people at the grocery store.
Oh, you met my wife there.
I ran into Mrs. Chapa at the grocery store.
She was
met
so
my
excited.
wife and my daughter as well. And so she was shopping. I was looking at her basket. I was like, I hope she isn't examining all this stuff. She's probably like,
I hope you weren't examining all her
That's
stuff.
not Chapa approved. It was just vegetables. It's vegetables.
Dude, when she makes her mind up, she is. She's going to get her done. She has done great. So my wife is a coffee connoisseur. And now she doesn't put anything bad in it. It's always organic. It's freshly ground, and we use clean water. But at the end of the day, I'm not that guy, right?
Right.
And but my wife overindulges, in my opinion. She lives on the stuff, and she's like, I can't sleep at night. I can't fall. I will go to bed at 2, and I'm like, honey,
Wonder why?
let's just play this game. So she decides to do this detox with us. The reason she really hasn't been able to do them as much in the last few years, several years, is because of breastfeeding or having babies and things of that nature. So when she got the chance to do it, I think today's day 6 for her.
Okay.
Oh, day 5. No, today's day 5 for her, and her skin already looks better. Her eyes look clearer. She's going to bed instead of it taking an hour and a half to fall asleep. It took her 30 minutes to fall asleep last night.
You know what? I went to sleep pretty quick last night too, and I think mainly I was trying to I hope I don't get hungry. And I was trying to go to sleep. I was drinking this, brush my teeth, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta go
jump
sleep
in
now.
bed.
I'm gonna get hungry real quick. I better go.
And so that might be a good way to trick yourself through the night. And but you're giving yourself that protein in the evening through the shake, which gives your body the amino acids that it needs to detoxify. So you're giving the liver tools to get through the night. And that's all very important in this experience, is recognizing you guys should be jotting down and writing down everything that you experience. If you got a headache, write it down. If you have an energy crash, write it down. If your mood changes, for example, some people going through detox get irritable. Now, you have to, what's the difference between irritability of I'm hungry or I'm truly detoxing?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're eating plenty and you're eating plenty, but then all of a sudden you have just this overall sense of agitation, irritability, and you're like, what is wrong with me? Why am I grumpy? I had a pretty good morning, the sun was up, and I'm breathing, and I'm happy, and life is good, but I'm grumpy. That is a sign of detox. The liver's somatovisceral response is anger, frustration, agitation. But on the healing side of it, it's passion, it's excitement. It's planning for the future. It's planning for the next event, and so we want to, really help you guys recognize that if you find yourself feeling down, like you're not grumpy, but you're almost like self-deprecating, like you're telling yourself the negative lies, you're believing that you're not good, or you're not efficient, or you're inefficient, or whatever that's negative about yourself, that's your spleen's somatovisceral response. And you're in the emotions that your body releases when certain organs clear. You can, if y'all write down what you're experiencing, a lot of times we might be able to track it to what system of the body is actually being targeted.
Interesting.
And so it's a very neat psychotherapy type of approach to listening to your body.
This morning, whenever Curt walked in, he gave out a big sigh. He was like, good morning. And you know what, to me, that kind of irritated me. And I'm
it does every time. And I do it just to irritate
And
Gardy.
I don't know. And it's like in the sincerest way. And I'm like, what is it? Like, I don't ever want to be greeted. Just don't say anything. Go sit down and let's go, and I was like, I don't know if this is part of me, like not having the caffeine. Maybe it's the detoxing of something in my
absolutely.
body.
Remember, you guys,
the table.
I mean, you guys y'all are
going.
in a tough spot because y'all go around to all these lovely restaurants and y'all are promoting good food. But again, what are y'all promoting? Y'all promoting food. So who's going to promote like Brussels sprouts, onions, and carrots? I mean,
I am right now. I'm about to probably eat that for dinner tonight.
Yeah, baby. Or some of the those tacos out of my cookbook, So
yeah.
So but at the end of the day, when you are constantly eating foods and you get into this place when bad oils are put in your body, when processed foods are put into your body, you start needing stimulation to get through your morning, to get through your afternoon. And that's when something's up. Mm-hmm. And so that's what we will try to help people to do. We want to, if I have a lady I'm about to, Miss Shauna here to post back to, because she says that, no caffeine, I'm not addicted, but man, I'm sleepy. So I guess they need to put me in hospice. She's like feeling really death warmed over, I guess.
Yeah.
So, and I'm about to write back to her, take Cataplex B, take Ortho B. These are B vitamins that can help lift the mitochondrial function to detox more effectively and to give you a little extra jolt and energy. Use Thytrophin PMG or thyroid complex to stimulate the thyroid to upregulate metabolic activity. So we can use other herbs and tools to supplements to get your body to do what it's supposed to do, and you won't be sleepy anymore, Ms. Shauna. But I'm not sure what day you're on, or if you are even on a detox. But odds are, no caffeine means that you're going to have to trust your body will figure out a way to turn on your energetic powerhouse and get things moving again for you. And that's what we do at Living Well Clinical Nutrition Center. So guys, give us a call, 281-554-8600, and let us know how we can serve you best, one bite at a time.
Angel has a comment. She said, what would be best to help with lower stomach cramping? And I'm going to go ahead and take a stab at this because Dr. Chapa's responding back. Curt, what would you say would be the best to help with lower stomach cramping?
Drink more water.
I would say drink more water would be the first step. Maybe we can
eat more tacos
out of the Dr. Chapa Living Well cookbook.
Yes,
cookies from the office.
First of all,
my apartment.
My question.
We're gonna mute him from this point forward.
My question would be like, are you on the detox? Are you on the juice? Like cleanse? Like what are you doing right now that you think is contributing to that? But yeah, definitely drink more water.
All right, so cramping in the stomach in the morning. So guess what? Your bowels are most active between 5 and 7 in the morning. And so what's happening is if you're on a detox or if you're getting off of these artificial rocket fuel products that we're talking about, whether it's caffeine, artificial sugars, whether it's energy drinks, whatever it is, if you're getting off these things, your body is going to start functioning like it's supposed to. You're going to have a bowel movement first thing in the morning, and people say, oh, the coffee does that for me. Yeah, but that's, again, you're stimulated, herbally assisted. You should be able to wake up in the morning, walk around for 10 minutes, and have the urge to go to the bathroom. If you don't, then your body's late on getting rid of the bowel. So what you're having is a cramp, and that cramp means that the muscles are contracting around some trash that needs to get out. It's time for you to have a bowel movement, and it's just not coming out well, and that's the cramp.
Yeah, so the coffee, that's like one of the herbal effects of just being able to have someone go to the restroom, right?
Yeah, it's an herbal digestive stimulant in many cases. And but the other thing is through the night your liver was detoxing pretty heavily, so it's the sewage system has to eliminate that waste. And that's why people's breath smell in the morning. Your liver's most active between 1 and 3 a.m. That's when your chemical factory is doing its thing. Well, when you drive past a chemical plant here in Houston, we see that quite a bit, especially in Deer Park, Pasadena, Texas City, this direction down southeast. what we find is their smokestacks are always smoking up in the clouds also, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's your lungs. Well, guess what turns on after your liver? From 3 to 5, your lungs are most active between 3 and 5, and that's why your breath is stinky when you wake up.
What if it's not just when you wake up? Like, what if Kurt's breath? I mean, what if your friend's breath, somebody's breath that you co-show? What if it's like all day long? What am I supposed to do with that?
So that is absolutely a sign that liver is not doing and filtering well, and it's backing up into the lymph system, and your body's not going to let anything live in the lymph system. It's going to back up into the lungs, and that's when it's going to come out, the airways, and you're going to smell funky breath. It's going to come out your skin. That's another exit channel your body uses, and that's why people have acne. That's why people have body odor. That's why people have excessive sweating. I think that's also one of the driving forces between people that having hyperhidrosis, which is, they say it's all sympathetic and neurological, which there's truth to it, but not all the only issue. It'll also be pushed out your high lymph system. That's your ears, eyes, nose, throat. So people that have allergies or earaches or drippy down the back of the throat, there you go, buddy. Drink that water.
Just chug it. Chug the whole thing, Kurt. You can finish
it.
Dude,
I'm loving it.
If you're watching on 99.5.
Kurt is lugging a
he's done this before somewhere.
Water. This is pretty impressive. He didn't even stop. He just caught up to you, Gardy.
Dang.
And so, so guys, there's no doubt. And then again, just to finish that thought, that from 5 to 7, your bowels kick on, and then from 7 to 9, your stomach's active. It's ready to put food in again. So what you're experiencing is your bowels are getting rid of last night's waste.
Huh.
So
you okay, Kurt?
I'm feeling good.
Icy cold over there, huh?
He's about to be rocking the house.
That'll wake you up, huh?
I'm awake.
Okay. Kurt this morning was like, oh man, I need something to wake me up. I was like, Kurt, I'm going to come over there. Do you want me to I got something that'll wake you up. Let me just slap you once really good across the face, and I guarantee you to wake up. And he was like, okay. But then he chickened out. But I think that would work. There's other ways you can wake yourself up. It was the live
on video that really concerned me.
Did you say hi to Mark from California?
Mark!
So glad you tuned in, Mark.
Thanks
for tuning in, pal.
Mark's from here, but he's out there working in California. He's out there watching KHEA in California.
He and his wife own Furniture Zone.
Yeah, shout out to Furniture Zone.
Good job. So guys, if you aren't detoxing in the 21st century, I just want to encourage you guys, reach out to us. Let us teach you the way, because you are missing a huge piece of your healthcare plan. There's so many benefits: more energy, more vitality, more mental clarity, more productivity. Your body will love you. It'll thank you. And I'm telling you, this is the best thing we need to be invested in. They always say in leadership development, the best tool that you have is yourself. Without you, if you're broken, run down, fatigued, worn out, and not productive, what kind of impact can you have in the world, really? Are you missing your best shot of reaching your full potential? And so we want you guys to know that at Living Well Clinical Nutrition Center, not only are we going to coach you and guide you and lead you to the promised land, so to speak, we're also going to be an encouraging place where you can get what you need through words and inspiration and ideas to make healthy, strong choices. So choose one bite at a time to live better, be better, and stay better all the days of your life with Living Well Clinical Nutrition Center, and call us at 281-554-8600, and make sure that you come Thursday night, 6:30 p.m. on January 10th to Butler's Courtyard, where we're going to be talking shop live with a group of people that are going through the detox. If you've never detoxed, so some people will be detoxing that night. If it's your first night coming by just to see what life's about, hey, come ask your questions, come get educated, because we want you to feel comfortable getting started. We want you to know that we can give you what it is you need to get through this process and to start your health journey in 2019.
Couple things. Mark said Ozarka is the best water, and I enjoy some Ozarka water. Then Wendy said cold shower will wake you up. That is a good tip. Taking a cold shower in the morning, sometimes you need that pep. Hey, take a cold shower. I guarantee you it's going to be different than coffee, but it's one way. And Kelsey had a question, and I think are y'all planning on doing a second one this year, talking about the detox, which Kurt answered and said you can detox at any time, which you can. But I think she was wondering about that group, because it does help whenever you are in a group of people like that Facebook group. The detox group has been helpful for me. Other than that, I'm running around with the guy that I'm like trying to be like, no, don't eat the peanut butter, don't eat the cookies. I feel like I'm the
As
dad.
I say, are you Kurt's daddy?
You know what? I think he thinks that sometimes.
Wow.
Well, so here's the deal. So normally we do detoxes every 6 months in our office. We only typically have one large showing like this, and primarily because people want to make change in the new year. It's just a part of the game. So if we had a big request and a big turnout to make that happen mid-year, it'll probably be right after the summer, like going back into the school year right before, because what we found in the summertime, people are on vacation, people are traveling. So gathering people together and going through the process, it's not near as the tribe is busy, right?
Yeah.
So we have to kind of play to what y'all's schedules are like. But if we had a group of people that wanted to do it coming after the summer into where structured schedules kind of start coming back together and kids are back in school, we have a lot more success at seeing people make it through the detox successfully. Because again, we don't want to set you up for failure. So timing is everything. So we pick and choose our battles when everybody around you is trying to make lifestyle changes. Everybody around you is setting goals. Everybody around you is more positively looking into 2019 as this is my year to be my best. You have a better chance at making it through the full detox, which is where you set the stage, you set the tone. So through January, February, we're going to be seeing people start their detoxes. I got people starting today. I got people starting next week. So just know that at our office, we are equipped to start you off the right foot. And, anybody that is curious, we had a lady come in yesterday to the office because she just wanted to make sure that she's healthy enough to do a detox. I mean, she was on some medications and she wasn't sure. And that's what we're here for, guys. We want you to know that you can come to Living Well, be one of our patients and clients, and know that we can serve you and help you with whatever it is that you've got going on in your body, whatever your body is telling you through symptom patterns, check engine lights, so to speak, that your body is not working like it's supposed to.
So I saw Crystal just popped on here, which you had the opportunity to meet Crystal last time you're in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so she's on the detox, and she asked, but it actually popped up from KHEA asking this because she is one of our editors on here. So, Dr. Chop, I'm on day 6 of the detox, and my skin looks worse than before.
I was about to comment.
I started.
So a couple things there, and obviously, I don't want to talk about all of your stuff on the radio probably, but there's a couple things. Have you started a cycle? Your monthly cycle. That could be a contributing factor. Are your bowels moving 2 to 3 times a day? Or are you finding that you're a little bit more stopped up and sluggish? Are you bloated? Are you gassy? And some of these questions will indicate if your body is pushing trash out your skin or not. Because again, just like I mentioned a moment ago, when your bowels are slow or sluggish, it slows down the liver's ability to process that stuff and get it into the sewage system to be eliminated. And it backs up into your lymph. And one of your next exit channels from there would be the skin. And that's what your body would be telling me through that check engine light, is that your body is using the skin wrongly. So we want to use lymphatic drainage, liver drainage, and make sure that those bowels are moving. So we would use things like Spanish black radish, using that beef liver fat from the Antranex. But I do believe, if I recall, you might be a vegetarian, so you might not like the liver fat, but I'm not sure. But we could... But I have, the Spanish black radish is great, and I've got other things that we could use as well that would help move things through, like silymarin, fenugreek, and it's in a product we use called Lymphinest, lymphatic formula. And it's a product that helps rotor-root those lymphatics and not allow the skin to be used as an exit channel, because obviously, as you nicely stated, we don't want to push stuff out our skin because it looks worse than ever, or it itches, or it burns, or it hurts.
I guess we can go ahead and take a stab. We spend quite a bit of time with Crystal. Curt, would you say Crystal's been a little bit more irritable than normal? What would you say?
I mean,
Yes.
he's thinking to himself.
Yeah.
He's thinking to himself. Does he want to answer that?
No, he didn't. There was
no hesitation.
No,
said-
well, fair enough. Sorry, Crystal, you just got thrown under the bus. I just saw the wheels hit you. So, Crystal, let us know how we can help you best. And this is one of those areas where, as you're going through the detox program, if you are noticing stuff like that, don't hesitate to come over to the office and let us help you out, or send us an email. Let's try to help you out there. If we can't help you out through there, we definitely encourage you to come in, because there's something else, obviously going on, and we want to talk that through.
So here's another question. So I'm thinking, and I'm planning for like places I can go eat, because it's only day 2, but I've eaten at home. If I'm going to a restaurant, can I go to? I'm not going to say the name of the restaurant, but we've had them in here before. They do a delicious Greek salad. Is that something I would have to do? Like get dressing on the side and then be able to indulge in that?
If I recall, I think their dressing is decent enough that you can get away with it. The only thing. No, I'm certain that it doesn't have feta. Sometimes Greek salads, the dressing has feta built into it.
Okay.
So you got to avoid those, right? The other thing that you got to make sure that you take off is the feta, And so people look at you and go, "You want a Greek salad without what?" I mean, because you're not going to get the feta and the pita, then it's not a Greek salad. But the dressing is still really tasty.
It is.
And so I think that you can make your own Greek salad, Greek dressing at home. Today I used my wife's favorite dressing that we make is olive oil, balsamic vinegar, red wine vinegar, salt. We have a pink Himalayan salt that we use at our office called Premier Pink Salt, and garlic powder. And it's awesome.
I made some of that because it was
simple.
in the cookbook. It was in the cookbook. I made it, and it's stinking delicious. I went and bought some pink Himalayan salt. I went to the hills of Himalaya. And
I'm so glad you did.
I tapped this rock out of the hills there, but no, I did. And that salad dressing is really good. It shocked me, and I was like, "I made this?
Yeah,
I did this."
And so this is what we tell people is that when you go out to eat, you want to just look at the menu and find vegetables. Like so, for example, one time this was many detoxes ago. He said many years ago. I can say many detoxes ago. And when you've done 39 of them, or 38, and this is 39. I was at Olive Garden. It was a birthday party or something, and so. And now looking back, the salad is the leaves they use aren't necessarily the best. It's it's more of the water kind, not the romaine and leafy greens. But when I went in there, instead of using their dressing, I used olive oil and vinegar, and I asked the waitress or waiter to make all the vegetables they had in the restaurant, put them in and saute them in butter or olive oil or coconut oil. They didn't have coconut oil, so I settled for olive oil, which olive oil at high temperatures can be a bit of a problem, but I figured it would be better than the vegetable oil they probably would have used, right? And they were very accommodating, and they did exactly what I asked, and it worked. So if you go to a nice restaurant, sit down, I always, instead of being that person that seems like you're that picky menu eater, then the waiter or waitress is like, "Oh no, we got one of these." Just tell them. Say, "Guys, I'm on a very weird eating plan for the next 21 days. And I just want to tell you on the front end so you don't think I'm crazy. But I'm going to need some help with the menu. Is that cool?" And they're always instantly like diffused and ready to help. And because everybody wants to serve, everybody wants to help, especially in that kind of industry. So they're going to rally on your side. You can say, "Hey, what kind of vegetables do you have in this place that I can saute up?" You can just slice them, you can cut them, dice them, whatever you want to do. Just don't kick them around on the ground.
And even if you do, wash them off.
But if you even do, wash them off. That's right.
So we have another question. This is from Josue. He is him and Chevy. They partner together and have Tetelestai. So check them out. It's a pretty cool concept. It's a brand. It's something new, and I encourage you to check them out. But he had a comment. He said, "Me and my wife are looking to do a detox. Our schedules are busy, so a lot of thought has to come into it. Do we have to go in to get some info and the products that we need, or can we get everything we need online?"
So we can ship it to you. We're not online as of yet, but at the end of the day, we do encourage, if you are busy, you could potentially go through it with just the information alone, but we definitely want to encourage you, like maybe the first visit or two, come in, let us guide that ship a little bit, and make sure that you get off and running on the right foot, especially if this is your first run at it. But at the end of the day, like with Curt and Gardy, they just jumped right in and going with the flow. I mean, we have a cookbook. You got to be able to get to the grocery store to get the things you need to make the stuff out of the cookbook. And it's all about mind over matter. If you don't mind, it don't matter. Mm-hmm. And if you can focus and say, "You know what, I can do anything for 10 days. I can do anything for 14 days. I can do anything for 21 days." And you take it a week at a time, a day at a time, just one step gets you there. And we're here to support you and encourage you all along the way. And we have ongoing email programs that go out to help you. And so we're trying to be more and more resourceful. Technology has made it easy. So the technology support is out there for you through our program at Living Well Clinical Nutrition Center. It's just a matter of making sure that we get you guys the nutrients, the subs you need, which we can ship to you, or you can come in and pick them up.
Last time you mentioned how we just jumped in. This time, literally just jumped in, day one yesterday. Last time that we did it, I had eased off caffeine maybe about 4 days before. I started eating a little bit better, 3 or 4 days before. And
so
then,
you had your big crazy meals on Sunday. Like, this is my last meal.
No, I did.
Days.
On Sunday, I went, I was like, I ate all the meat in the house. I'm like, Jen, I asked my wife, are you going to eat this? She's like, no. I was like, okay, cool. Because I am all the meat in the house. We had some leftovers, some other stuff. And I did that. So, yesterday it was like a total complete change. And the other thing I want to say is whenever it comes to staying on this and being strong, it does take a lot of preparation. So like what Josue said, it takes a lot of thought goes into it. Like today, I forgot my blender bottle. And for me, like I had a banana, as soon as I got here. But right now, like my body's like, man, I wish I had something. But I don't have my blender bottle, so I'm not able to mix up my shake, that I have everything for. Everything else is right here. Do we have a blender bottle over there? We had some, but I think we gave them away. So,
well, that's,
it happens.
But at the end of the day, I'm sure there's a Walmart or something close by. You can pick up shaker bottles. I'm sure Naked Nutrition probably has some shaker bottles they'd happily give you.
Yeah, they do.
And so, there's no doubt about it. I don't know what you just found over there, Curt. A Toy Story.
Yeah, look, let me see this. Kurt wants me to use this. That's not a shaker bottle.
Look like a shaker bottle.
Not at all. My wife's going to be up here at 12 o'clock for a meeting, and I asked her to bring me one. So.
That's awesome. So,
yep.
So here's the deal, guys. We are inundated with toxicity. It's all around us, and, it's just, where do you start? Well, that's what we're here to help you understand is, one, if you've got symptom patterns you weren't genetically born with, you need support. And that's what we're here for. If you've got headaches, migraines, if you've been diagnosed with conditions, if you've got allergies, if you got drippy down the back of your throat, you get Charlie horses or cramp, you can't sleep, you're irritated, your joints hurt, you're frustrated, you can't think through the day or get through the day, we believe you need a detox. And detoxification in the 21st century is a huge piece of your healthcare plan. And every week for this month, we're going to be talking detox. We've got classes every Thursday night starting at 6:30. On the 10th is our first class. This week, Jennifer and I will be presenting, and the next week, Dr. Morrison will be presenting, and the following week, Dr. Krepko will be presenting. So we're going to have an amazing lineup of educators coming in to share how to live well, be well, and stay well one bite at a time. So we want to encourage you guys to come, be a part, stick with us. Let us help you and teach you and train you how to get this underway so that you can live your best life starting this 2019 off right. So God bless all of you guys. We're so glad you're tuning in. Give us a call, 281-554-8600, or visit us at justlivewell.com. Somebody just said my link that I put up on here didn't work for them. So justlivewell.com, and you can see information about our detox program. So God bless you all. Y'all have a fantastic day.
10:02. This is KHEAradio.com, 99.5 FM. Thank you, Dr. Aaron Chapa, for stopping in. If you're interested, you want to find out more information, there's all kinds of links on our Facebook. You can look at our YouTube page. You can also go to justlivewell.com. Check out Dr. Chapa's social media pages. You'll be able to get into that group. It's a private group where you'll have access to other people that are on this cleanse, on this detox. They are doing this exact same journey with you. It's a big group of support is what I have found. People didn't laugh at me too much when I posted a picture of my grape that I had for breakfast, my one single grape. Kurt, have you found any support in the group?
No, none at all. They're just like, it's over for you. Move on.
That's right. Curt, more cookies for Curt.
More for Cookie Curt. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM.
Why do I have a 10:03 alarm?
Somebody was playing a trick on you.
Sometimes you just try and make it like, how can I make the most background noise? I'm going to walk. How many times do you go to the restroom this show?
Twice so far. I'm going to have to go again.
Really?
Are Are you dropping bombs or just peeing?
Which one is it?
I feel
The first time
uncomfortable answering this question.
The first time it was a little too much
Facebook
fiber.
wants to know. It's okay.
It's cool. It's just Facebook. Nobody's here.
They're family.
I'm still not answering this question.
Wow.
Dang.
Okay,
All
well,
right.
I guess everybody will just assume the worst.
Because you know that's what they're doing.
Dang.
Good to know.
All right.
So we had some blender bottles. We must have given them away, huh?
Would you grab that?
I don't think we've ever had blender bottles.
We did.
I would have stolen it and not given it away.
Maybe that's what happened.
No, because I don't have any blender bottles either.
Are we still
I
on
guarantee
Facebook?
you. Yeah, we're on Facebook.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we had blender bottles
Should I
from.
just talk about we can just keep chatting.
Oh yeah.
Well, we still have a whole hour of our show.
Well, do people still?
Kelsey said, "I'm okay with not knowing."
Yeah, we all
Just
are
assume the
okay,
worst.
Kelsey. We're all okay with that not knowing, but it's fun to pick on him and get him to blush.
Yeah, no, from Head Games. Head Games, they gave us all those supplements, and then they gave us like 2 or 3 blender bottles. But they're
yeah, we gave those. They were small.
doesn't matter what size they were. It's a blender bottle. That's what I need, a blender bottle. Other than that, I'm gonna be pouring powder in my mouth, swishing it around. I'll see people do that with like pre-workout. They just like, I don't know why, but they just like will pour it in their mouth and then like drink water. Maybe it makes you tougher.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Guys, that was fun. Thanks for being a great
Yes.
support. Y'all are always a delight.
I'll be there Thursday night.
And
You are?
Yes. So I got a question for you. I'm just thinking.
Kurt will be at Butler's Corner Thursday night.
Mike,
Shooting some video.
Maybe a station.
Yeah, I was gonna bring 2.
I like how he says it in the mic.
I was gonna bring 2.
I was gonna bring 2.
They're like 2 what?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we'll have to have one to pick up sound.
Well, you've got that handled, though, right?
Yeah, I'll have 2
What's up,
cameras
Kaylee?
to help you.
Kaylee, how is that engaged life? Did you go to that? Did you go to the expo? It was like this weekend, a giant like the wedding expo. Butler's Courtyard was there.
Yeah, why don't we just take your blend? We'll go for Kelsey said take it to Jack's and blend it there.
I know, but somebody has to talk. I'm not like Kurt. I could just walk out of the studio like 3 or 4 times. And I don't trust you making my drinks. Are you bringing a blender in here? Or what are you doing right now? Are you going back to the restroom again? See, I can't just leave. Somebody has to keep it going.
Do you want me to?
No, I don't want you taking. I don't trust you around my food. I don't trust you around my drinks.
I was gonna bring the blender in here because we have the outlet. You could be like,
I think, wouldn't that make a big mess?
no, if you put the blender on the table, it won't make a mess.
Yeah, you've spilt like water and liquids over like thousands of dollars of gear. I don't think it's a good idea. Dude, don't touch this.
I just wanted to see what it was.
I don't trust you around
Choppa's computer
my serum?
made this desk nice and warm.
It's cozy.
Feels good.
Oh, so Kaylee went. She said it was crazy.
To the bridal expo, I saw it. Butler's Courtyard was there. I saw pictures from Butler's Courtyard. I know you've already.
That's cool. Did you get everything planned out? That's what I'm guessing. Like usually it's like, hey, everything's planned. It's done. Good to go. So right now it's 10:07. We have about, I guess, 52 and a half minutes.
Oh, I have to wait 52 and a half minutes before I can go to the restroom again.
You really have to use. Is that what that smell is? Is that you? If that smell is you, then just go to the restroom.
No, it's not me. I don't. It was.
Then just go to the restroom.
There's not a two.
Dear Lord, just go.
I am the
Just
number
go.
1 fan. I am the number 1, not number 2 fan.
Then what is that smell?
It's the detox.
Other arm.
No, it's not.
We're a little dated because we only have
It's pumpkin
our
spice.
Febreze is pumpkin, right? So I bought this from HEB in a 2-pack. It smells great.
No, it smells great
But
in
like,
here.
what's the January scent? Because like, okay, pumpkin, and then it goes into like peppermint, and then for January, like, what is it? Is there
January is like usually cold.
No,
so
but
would
the
it be
scent.
like fire or warm?
No. The answer is no. January, I don't think it has one. And if it does, then I don't know.
Does winter have a smell?
So maybe we're okay to use pumpkin then,
Are we
because it
back?
doesn't have one. You know, it's like, oh, it's just you're good to do pumpkin. Good to know. So let us know. Hey, is anybody doing this detox with us? What's up with that? I wish I'd have brought my blender bottle, but
Now that Choppa's gone, now we can say whatever we want about the cleanse, right?
yeah, you can say whatever you want.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm
Okay.
kidding. There is definitely like my kidneys are still on fire today.
What does that feel like? I don't understand.
Like
I've
it just
never-
hurts, almost like a sore back. But usually, there's a difference between having like a sore back and kidney pain, and like where it's at in the back. And so I can definitely tell that this is not like a sore back. This is like a soreness in the kidneys.
And they feel like they're on fire, or they hurt.
They hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not like.
Well, my lower back does too. That's why I stood out of the chair and I kneeled down. You're like looking at me like
Yeah,
this,
no,
dude.
that would probably be your kidneys as
Maybe.
well.
Well, my back feels like it's tired. Is what if it was how I would describe it. If my back felt this way, I'd be like, man, my back is tired. I can't
Mine
get
feels like
comfortable in this chair.
tight. Yeah,
But I
I
usually
don't
have some-
remember that from last time.
I don't know. It's such a long time ago.
I don't remember getting chills either, and I've been getting chills the last couple of days as well.
That's well, the weird thing about that is you said you got chills when you woke up yesterday morning and you hadn't even started anything.
No, I had taken the pills. I had done the pills and I'd done the shake.
The night
and
before.
No, that morning,
Okay.
and then it was like probably
Oh,
we were already into the show.
I thought you had said you whenever you like woke up and
No, it was after I'd taken the pills, so like it was instantly. It was weird for me. Did you get chills?
no,
Not yet.
no,
Are you feeling bloated yet?
a little bit.
I talked to somebody who's also doing the cleanse. Vanessa's doing the cleanse as well,
Okay.
and she said that she's like, man, my stomach feels big. Is it possible to gain weight during this?
No,
I said Gardy had the same issue.
no, my stomach felt like it was big, but no, I lost quite a bit of weight, and then yeah, I took the fiber pill down, which I've been taking 3. I took 3 this morning, and I took 3 throughout yesterday, like I was supposed to.
The fiber pills 2. It's
Well,
2, 2,
And then
and
3 of the other one.
4.
No, it's 2, 2, and 3.
Oh, I've been doing 4 of the cleanse.
Oh, but remember that's what Dr. Chapa had told you to do last time, because you're like, I really want to cleanse this out. I want to, whatever. And he was like, oh, well, then just up your cleanse. So you're going
Because it's
off on-
4 of the SP cleanse and then 7 next week. Possibly.
It's not. It's 3 of the 3 SP cleanse 3 times a day, 2 of the green food, 2 of the fiber. Next week is 7 of the cleanse,
7.
2 and 2, and then after that is 4, 2 and 2, and then finished bottles, which I didn't do. That's why I still have my paperwork and my original bottles.
So I probably am feeling this way because I'm doing too much to
Yeah.
start it.
Yeah, you're supposed to ease into it. Why is my chair going? I couldn't wheel it around.
I do find it weird. I should have asked Choppa this. I found it weird that like your mouth and your face like feels it. Like I feel it here
What do you feel?
too. Like I just want to eat. I don't know. It's a weird.
Something.
Have you seen that Benito's video? It's so hard to watch the Benito's
Who has
video.
seen the Benito's video? I know that I have, and it looks good because it is good. But I also was able to. We went and filmed that, not too long ago, so we were able to partake in all of the beautiful food.
Yeah, but it's so hard looking at that video. Imagine editing that video.
Yeah.
It was hard because you just want to eat all of the food. I was just like, please.
That video, so it had like 4.3 thousand views on
I think
it.
it's almost 5 now.
I'm glad it's doing well. But if you haven't been to Benito's and you're not on this cleanse, definitely go check them out. It's a great locally owned, family owned restaurant that's been in Lamarck for about 50 years, and we just want to show them support. We support them and want to get them some new business in there, because a lot of people just don't know, they don't know about the places. So we're trying to shine that spotlight on them.
Yeah, so it's part of our new series called Shine On, which is with the city of Lamarck. We're going to be doing every other Monday. We are dropping a new video with a business. I believe it's shine.lmedc.com. You can go and find out some more information about it. You can also nominate some businesses in Lamarck.
I want people to guess. Yeah, guess. Where do y'all think we're going to go next to Lamarck? We're not going to say, but let us know, where do you think, if you had to guess, Shine on Lamarck? Where should we put a Shine on Lamarck? We already have it, picked out. We already know where we're going to go, and we're going to keep it a secret until it drops, and then hopefully people will be amazed. I never would have guessed it, or I knew it the whole time.
Have you said you've been to Dickey's before? That's the next barbecue place that's coming up
Dickey's
in Walmart.
Barbecue. Yeah, I've been.
I think it's opening. I think grand opening is January 26th.
That sounds right.
Yeah, so that's really exciting because it's one more spot for you to go and get food.
I'm going to be there.
It's close.
I'm going to try and cut that ribbon. See if anybody can stop me. I'm going to cut the ribbon.
Cut it.
Dominic, what's up, man? What full body cleanse does he recommend? I've done several, but always I'm curious to try new ones. I started fight camp yesterday, so perfect timing to get on a cleanse. Hey, so this one, he would probably have to make a cleanse pretty specific for you because of the amount of work that you put your body through. So, dude, that's what's up. Started fight camp yesterday. But so what we're doing right now is we cut out. Kurt's having a flashback.
Just the word Dominic scares me.
That's it. Dominic started fight camp. Hey, I volunteer Kurt. If you need somebody to spar with, you can use Kurt.
You can't mess with me now.
Why is that?
Because I've been training
to eat ice cream, training to eat cookies and ice cream. But
box.
Yeah, Dominic would destroy you, Kurt.
Would he?
Yes, 100%. Don't even I don't even know where you're coming from.
What?
Me?
Nah.
Little me?
No way.
Yeah. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
It's 10:16 a.m. It's Tuesday morning. This is the second day of our detox and cleanse. Things have been interesting. Things have been different. I think that's the best way to describe it. Whenever you are detoxing, cutting out stuff, it's different.
It's hard. I feel like this is, for me, as somebody who really likes to eat food, this is the ultimate challenge.
Was that a jab at me? I don't like to eat food? You think I don't like it?
I think it's easier for you to do than it would say for me.
To cut out food.
To cut out.
But why is that? Let's get down to the root issues here. Why is that?
I feel like you have a better willpower than me.
But that's all mental, right?
Right.
Willpower is mental.
But I don't know. Maybe also for me, I don't ever remember growing up eating healthy. Did you eat healthy growing up?
It depends. I mean, I'm trying. The things that my mom made when I was a kid, she made tacos. She would fry the tortilla shells. Boom, tacos, delicious. I remember we ate a lot of spaghetti. Good stuff. Make cheeseburgers. My mom, we cooked a lot at home, so she was cooking, and whatever she made, I ate, and I wasn't picky as a kid. So I'll say that. And everything she made is delicious. I'd still eat it today. But I don't know. I'm not picky when it comes to my mom's cooking. And I'm not sure if it was all necessarily healthy.
Yeah. So for me, I remember as a senior in high school, I went to a missions trip to Kansas. There was a big it was Greensburg, Kansas. There's a big tornado that hit and wiped out the entire town. And so as a church, we went and helped clean them up. And I was with like one of the track stars was one of the people that were with us. And like she had like the state record in the 100-meter dash.
In Kansas or Nebraska?
In Nebraska. And so she was like pretty healthy. And so all of our food that we ate when we were down there was like greens and carrots and like everything was healthy. And I was just like, what is this? Where is my cheeseburger? But that's all they cooked. And I remember going back and I wrote like a summary of the event and I said, oh, and the food was really, really good because it was healthy. And my mom like came back after church that day and she was like, you made it sound like I don't feed you right. And I'm like,
you don't.
Well, you kind of don't. So for me, grilling veggies and using oil, like the first time we did this cleanse in August, I had never probably grilled veggies before or like even sauteed anything in my life. And I had to learn how to do that. So for me to even be in this position again where I'm doing this a second time is a lot. Like it's hard.
Okay, so here's the thing. Whenever I moved out, of my parents' house and decided to do stuff, like I had to eat. And that's whenever I decided like, hey, I'm going to start cooking stuff. So what in the world you still live by yourself? You're not like a stick figure. Like, what do you eat normally? I don't understand. Do you eat out all the time?
I eat out a lot.
But then you wonder like, I don't even know if we should get into this.
The financial piece.
Which is fine, but it's, I don't know.
It's so much easier for me, though, as a single person. Like, it's really hard to cook for one person. I feel like it's really hard to cook for one person. Even last night, right? Like, I got some cut up veggies.
I did. I cooked for one person. I was the only one who ate the veggies in my house.
I got some cut up veggies, and I put them in the pan. But then I was like, well, I'll do half, right? Like, so I put half in the pan. And then I started to look, I don't have anything to like store the veggies in. Like I don't have any containers or whatever. I need to go to the container store apparently. But it was really hard because I was like, well, now I have to cook all of the veggies.
I saw somebody on Facebook that was giving away like, hey, I have all these old Tupperware. Does anybody have a use for them?
It was Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost did it.
You should have asked her.
Trigger.
Just give me one. You should have pulled the trigger. There. So what is there to think about? You're like, no, I can't have leftover vegetables in my house. That would be too easy. It's free. It's free. It's free.
Dang.
I can't do this.
We go to a lot of restaurants like Benito's and Burger Nation NASA.
Sure.
So it's like, oh, well, I want to go try that. Like Sunday I went to Fob on Me. It's good food. Like why I can't cook that. I can't make that. There's no way I can make a burger as good as Burger Nation.
Well, yeah, but is Burger Nation going to cook for your cleanse? I mean, you got to, if you don't go into something prepared, like I forgot my blender bottle today. Maybe I should leave a spare clean blender bottle up here. So that way I'm prepared if something happens. But today was different. It's the first day of school for a lot of places. So getting my son, I actually woke up like late and I was like, oh my gosh, I got to get my son to school. It's not just necessarily getting me here on time. I got to get him here. I don't want him to be tardy. So it was just like I was running out the door. I forgot a package I need to drop off at the post office. There was a bunch of stuff, but yeah.
It's just about having a plan and being able to go through it.
And trying to execute it, yeah. And then also the support. I feel like the support group of people who are going to encourage you to do it and not be like, why are you doing that? Wow, that's weird. But, just trying to find the right people around you.
Why didn't you help me yesterday with the cookie?
Why were you trying to T-bone a cop? Like in his cop car.
I wondered, I was like, am I driving down the wrong side of the road? Mental clarity.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I don't know. And that's the best part is like, I've had that happen before where I drank the communion in church and I hadn't had sugar in like 3 weeks at this point. And I drank the communion and I was like, whoa, like, what is that? It like came and slapped me across the face, how sweet it was. Now, if I had the communion, it's like, okay, it's just normal. But I remember that and it just like shocked me because I hadn't had it for so long. But obviously just being one day in, you eat the cookie and you're just like, meh.
It didn't even cross my mind until I got back to the apartment and I was like, oh yeah.
I'm also shocked you only got one cookie. Because sometimes you're kind of like, oops.
I was trying to get out of there. Like, it was a weird situation where I was like, is this really, like, what am I doing in this office? Oh, I'm hiding from the cop. I need an excuse.
Wow.
Grab the cookie. Go.
Yeah. Well, there you go. It's 10:23. This is KHEAradio.com. If you have not seen our video for Benito's, if you've not seen our video for Burger Nation, we actually have 2 going on right now, and you have the opportunity to receive a couple things just for sharing out that on Facebook. But if you search KHEA Radio on Facebook, you'd be able to check out our page. Make sure you hit the like button, and then check out all the videos that we have. We have a ton of stuff going on.
Yeah, make sure that you're sharing that out. We are giving away 4 $25 gift cards to Burger Nation. We also have, if you're commenting, liking, and sharing on the Benito's video, you could have a chance to get a tumbler from the City of La Marque, and it's a nice tumbler.
It is. And, and I like shared and commented on that, so we'll see. Fingers crossed. If, KHEA picks my name and I get the tumbler, I'm going to put a blender ball in there, so that way it'll blend up my drinks, and I'm always prepared. There's not even a cup. Well, there is this cup.
Kelsey said that I can't win my own giveaways
on
the video, and I was like, that's true.
I didn't know this had a light. I don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably a good idea if you don't win the giveaways, but I am excited to be able to give other stuff away. And Kelsey, actually, I texted or messaged Robert about those Rockets games that y'all are going to be able to pick from. So hopefully y'all will find one. My recommendation would be that one for OKC. There's an OKC, and it's on a Saturday. I know he had said that weekends would probably be better. But, yeah, the Rockets won again last night. Man, they beat the number 1 seed, which the Denver Nuggets, which nobody saw that they were going to be the 1 seed right now. The Rockets beat them, handily.
It was not even close.
Double digits for the most part in the end. They were just on fire, which was really cool to see.
Did you also watch the national championship game last night too?
I didn't. I was mainly watching the Rockets, and after James Harden dropped their best player on the floor, he crossed him over, the dude fell down, and then he nailed a 3 3 feet behind the line. But I was seeing the scores, and it looked like it wasn't close. So I was like, well, I don't even care.
It was runaway. Clemson was.
I honestly don't care in the first place. I'm not really that big of a hey, the national title.
Yeah.
But if it's a team that I care about, maybe more, or there was an intriguing storyline. No, it's like, hey, they've done this. It's round 4, the exact same fights. You get tired of seeing it. And I didn't care. It was a blowout, and it wasn't close.
For me, it was really cool to see Alabama fail.
And that's a storyline, I guess, that some people are bought into. I want to see Alabama lose.
It was bad.
You got your wish.
It was so bad. It was funny.
Why is that funny?
For me, I don't know, because I'm not a big Alabama fan. So I was laughing. I'm like, Nick Saban finally got.
Who won the Heisman this year?
Baker Mayfield from Oklahoma did.
He won it last year because he's in the NFL.
No, I'm sorry, not Baker Mayfield.
What
the
team?
Dude, Oklahoma. The dude who's.
Yes. Who's
what's his
baseball?
name?
He's gonna do baseball for $14 million. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, I can't think of his name off the top of my head right now.
It's all good. But we only have a couple minutes left. We're gonna end the show here at 10:30 due to me not having my blender bottle
and me having to go use the restroom.
Yeah. So we have a couple minutes left. Let us know, what do you have going on today? Let us know. How is your detox going? How is your New Year's resolution going? We have a couple minutes left. Also, feel free to share this video. Make sure that you're liking it. And I'm excited to see how the rest of this detox goes on, how the rest of the day goes.
Yes.
I'm feeling it a little bit.
I'm feeling tired, feeling exhausted. This is day 2. We're going to get through this hump. We're going to fight through. Tomorrow, we have a great show lined up for you. We have Legacy Collision coming in studio again. They are a fantastic duo of ladies who really are doing a great thing by providing a service in Hitchcock that really isn't provided, and that's fixing up some cars. They're 2 ladies who run the operation, and they're really cool. They're partnering it with us here at KHEA Radio, and we're excited about tomorrow's interview.
That's cool. And I see a comment right now. Susan said, I'm driving back from Dallas after lunch and she hashtagged it, my favorite human. But I'm kind of confused because most of the time me and Curt are people's favorite human. So who are you driving with?
We didn't get lunch.
Who are you driving? We don't eat anymore.
We don't eat.
Gonna drink some lunch today. Susan said, ask Legacy about my cookies. We've had your cookies then because we've seen the Legacy cookies.
Susan's coming in on Friday, right? Cookies for a Cause?
Cool.
Is that right?
Cool. Well, let us know. The other thing, I saw that Maria, her grandson. Okay. Well, shout out to him. We can't. He's allowed. I saw that Maria was eating some of those snacks that we had on Sunday.
Maria did. Yeah, I gave her some.
and she was like, where can I get more of these? And I was like, you know what? You're going to have to tune into KHEA radio because I think we're going to be talking about these more. I honestly don't know. Where can you get those? Maybe online? Is there local stores? I don't know.
That's on Thursday. We're going to have the company in on Thursday talking about these healthy snacks. I don't know if they're healthy, but they're cracking. They're cracking good.
Oh, all right. It's 10:28. And I think we sewed it up. We got everything accomplished we need to today. We still have a lot more going on, which I am excited about. Hopefully y'all have an amazing Tuesday. Go do something positive for somebody else today and be the good. Go spread some love. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Hopefully your detox is going good. Hopefully you can stay strong. This has been Kickstart. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning at 8:30.
Love you guys. Have a great rest of your day.
You sound so depressed when you say that. Love you guys.
Pray for us. Pray.
This is KHEA 99.5 FM. Coming up next is United. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:30. Crystal said, guess who told the entire vet's office about KHEA while you guys were talking about how hangry and irritable I am? And I said, who? Who did that? Who was so nice to do that? Thank you.
Bye, guys. Love you.
Was it you? Bye.